with Darkest Hour. The film was set in May 1940, which was the hottest May on record. And we were shooting in December and January. And so we had to find a way of kind of expressing the heat and the claustrophobia. And so Bruno de Bonella and I came up with this aesthetic, lighting-wise, which was all about very, very dark shadows and then these extremely hot spots of light coming through the window, which created the atmosphere of heat and also the claustrophobia. And so there are very, very few exterior shots in the movie.
You've wanted this your entire adult life?
No, since the nursery. The public want me.
It's your own party to whom you'll have to prove yourself.
I'm getting the job only because the ship is sinking. It's not a gift, it's revenge.
Let them see your true qualities, your courage.
My poor judgment.
Your lack of vanity.
Yeah, my iron will.
Your sense of humour.
Ho, ho, ho.
Now go.
Go?
Be
what?
yourself.
You know, one of the problems with making British period films is that they're generally about posh people. I don't identify with people
well, Churchill's posh.
He's very posh. But so I tried to just find the humanity in them. I'm not keen on method actors. I'm a bit of a method director in the sense that I have to feel their emotions and I have to identify very, very closely with the character and see the world as they see the world. And so really those characters are always an expression of myself. In fact, every character is an expression of myself because that's how I come to understand them and then I can love them because without understanding you can't love. So I try to kind of figure out how, you know, looking for the similarities, finding out how Churchill and I are the same, which is ridiculous. But, you know, I mean, for me, the film is about doubt, right? It's about self-doubt and it's about, which is, you know, I just had an experience of extreme self-doubt.
When was that?
I made a film called Pan, and it lost about 100 million, and it was universally slated by the critics, and I thought, I don't understand this world anymore, and I don't know if I want to be a part of it.
But you take it that deep.
Yeah.
You do take it that
of
deep.
course.
I mean, people think that, you know, you move on, and if you're worth anything, you don't move on. You go into a deep, dark place.
Because our
mourn.
filmmaking is an expression of our soul.
Yeah.
I mean, it's who we are at the most fundamental, you know. It's the closest thing to my essence there is, really. Because I'm not very good at, you know, expressing that in other ways. I'm not very good talking to people. I'm not very good at dinner parties. I'm not very, you know, that's where I allow my self to be revealed.
Has anybody given you a piece of advice that you carry with you in filmmaking?
Shoot the wide shot first. I can forget to do that as well. And then I just shoot myself into a corner. And I go, I should have just done the wide shot.
Do you storyboard? Do you do a lot of, because you're so visual and your shots are amazing.
One of the things that surprises me when I meet like great actors is that they want direction.
Oh, yes.
And I'm always surprised.
they do.
You know, Gary Oldman, for me, was a hero like Harrison Ford was to you when I was growing up. And I thought, well, I'll just have Gary will be on set and he'll do his thing and I'll just arrange everything around him. And actually to discover that someone like Gary wants direction.
What was the fundamental direction you gave him?
Energy, pace, the rhythm of his character. I talk a lot about rhythm when I'm directing. I find that the film is most similar to music than any other art form. And so I'm always talking about rhythm and almost conducting a scene so that they know where the rise is and where the fall off is and so on. It's almost like conducting. As an artist, you have a right to fail. And that's really difficult within this industry when there's so much money involved. I think it was Beckett who said that, and it's much easier in playwriting.
Waiting for Godot.
Yeah, right. So
Fail again, fail better.
yeah, exactly. And so that is always the thing.
That unbelievable line.
That line is always the thing that drives me forward, you know. And there's reason why one keeps making films, because you're always going to fail. And it's a practice, and that's the important thing, is the practice, is the process, way more important than the product.
Would you die, sir, on that?
And in that process, the kindness is the most important thing, and talking about the ethical, you know, if you know everyone's going through something, and as long as you're just kind as much of the time as possible, and the films are made to generate kindness. I mean, I think all the films around this table are to some extent about kindness and the aspiration to create more kindness in the world, and that's it, you know. And so if you're not kind to the people you work with, then you're just a hypocrite, and there's no point in doing it.
Ready?
Okay, quiet on set.
And I look down the lens.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm John Boyega.
Sam Rockwell.
Willem Dafoe.
Emma Stone.
Allison Janney.
Thank you. Thanks for watching The Hollywood Reporter
The Hollywood Reporter.
The Hollywood Reporter.
on YouTube.